Welcome on into day one of ClayShareCon 2026, and we have a special guest joining us. We have Billy Ritter coming from his kiln in his studio. Billy is one of our great friends. We love him so much. He's an amazing artist, a great teacher. He has a wonderful workshop with us, and if you ever get the chance to go to his studio, you got to. But let's pop in and visit with Billy. We only have, I think, 15-20 minutes tonight, so I didn't want to do a ClayShareCon without him, because I know how much you all love him, plus we love him as well. So let's head on out and check in with Billy. Hey, Billy.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
Hey. Woohoo!
ClayShareCon is on.
That's right. We are so glad you're here with us today.
So great to be here always.
So what's up? What's happening? You got a big old kiln behind you.
Yeah, so here we are. We're in my Cleveland studio. If you've ever been to Cleveland, Ohio, maybe you live here, who knows? But it's a rock's throw. So this kiln here, this is old Otis. And my friends Todd Leach and Stephanie Craig, they built Otis in 2009. And he's been fired hundreds of times. And he's holding up great. We're getting ready to do another burn. You know, a lot of people come into the new year. I hope you're all excited. I know we're excited, and ClayShareCon is on. We got that, you know, it's the fire horse now, Jeff. Just started yesterday.
Yes,
Chinese
the year of
New
the fire
Year.
horse.
The fire
Yes.
horse. And
So,
lots of energy coming into the new year. I already did, we did 2 firings at our wood kiln that's over in Midtown. And then this is going to be the 3rd firing. I'm getting ready. Otis is like 23 cubic feet. So it's a lot of space to load up, mostly functional wear for this one. But I wanted to share with you some cool things that I've been doing over the years since I've last been on here. So Jess and Kevin shared this great picture for today's visit, and that was from some pots I fired down in North Carolina with my friend Josh Kopis. Yeah, he's in Marshall. But these are some of those pots. And you can find these on my website. The second thing I wanted to share with you, and I know you're going to love this because I know how y'all feel about flowers, but I've really been going back to these kind of hand-drawn, slab-formed sort of pieces.
I love it.
That, you know, classic cobalt. And then I have even more surprises. This one kind of came over the past year. Like all
very
drawn.
Cool.
And I wanted to make more of these, so I made some really big ones. And at the end of the thing here, I'm going to walk over and show you that. But yeah, big energy for the new year, big energy for ClayShareCon, and then Sika's coming, and all things ceramic. So you're going to Detroit, right? We're going to be there?
100%. Yes, we'll be there.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a ClayShare official meetup on Thursday at 4 p.m. In Sika, we have one of the rooms. So ClayShare folks can come, and guests. Now, Billy, your website is billyritter77.com, correct?
That's correct.
That's right.
And all the things are on there. So,
everything. Oh, I see. And you mostly are a wheel thrower.
I go back and forth. And so what I have set up here that if I can flip this camera around, here, bear with me, and that's happening. So we're here in the studio, and I want to show you these because you had asked if I was just a wheel thrower. And so these larger pieces, they're like 24 inches. So here's me for scale. And so me for scale. And so these pieces, I'll get you up close on them, but these are all actually slab built. So using slabs and then kind of dry throwing them into shape, adding pieces on. Here's another one. I'm really pumped about this. Also slab built, right? So a different way to think about it.
Something to think about for a future workshop with ClayShare, maybe.
Yeah. I think that,
what do you guys think? Big pots?
Slab building. Yeah, big pots. Here's another
Yeah.
one up here.
Oh, yeah.
So this kind of hybridized, if you're watching this live and you took the workshop where we did the wheel throwing part, this is kind of created in two parts. So like the base was actually thrown, and then the top part is slab constructed. So that might seem kind of wild, but anything is totally possible, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been working on. And the other thing that I've really been doing a lot of, especially in our building, is like community events. And I know that the word community is like at the core of ClayShare because that's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. No, community is what has made ClayShare what it is. I mean, everybody who's a member knows that although we have so many great classes and workshops, we are a community. And that's the most important part. That's the heart of ClayShare. And I think that's
Yeah,
the heart of any studio, whether it's a studio like you in person with your fellow potters that are there with you, or if you're online with a group of folks, community is the heart of everything.
that's right. That's right. It's it's the sum of all your great friends. Many hands, not only that, but pottery equipment is heavy. So it's it's always good to have people
Yes.
around to pitch
Yes.
in and help out. So community through the wood firing, community through the studio, but then community events. And so our building, the Hildebrandt building in Cleveland, Ohio, the past year we've done like a concert, we had a group art show, we had this event with Chef Jason Roberts where we live cooked, fire cooked out in the parking lot. It was insane, and it's been a really eclectic thing. One of my favorites was like a sound bath mixed with slow flow yoga, right? So events like that that bring people to the building that aren't necessarily about pottery, but more of like consciousness of bringing people here and creating that community. And y'all can do that wherever you're at. Look around. There's so many opportunities to work with people in your community in whatever capacity you want to do that.
Absolutely. And you said, all the folks you mentioned, although they're not potters, there is a connection we all have through what we make or what we do and our philosophies. And so I think that, that creates a really strong, vibrant community as well and helps us as ceramic artists grow by having connections with chefs and musicians and other creators.
That's absolutely right. And one of the things that I love about ceramics and clay share is like the possibilities are kind of endless. Like, sure, you learn how to make functional things or you learn how to make decorative things, but there's people doing so many unique things with clay, like making clothes, which sounds crazy, but like there's so many other avenues that are yet to be explored of like what what can you do with clay? Like then there's what have we done with clay, which is great to research and learn about, but always open your mind to like how could we use clay in a more creative way? It's kind of endless.
I like to think what you can't do with clay.
That's right.
That's so you did it. I met you through Amico. It was ClayShare Day or ClayShareCon one year, and
That's right.
they were like, "Hey, we got this artist. We'd like to have him come and throw. He's going to do a throwing demo to promote the Brent wheel, right?" And that's
Yeah,
how we met you.
that's
But so if
right.
folks want to check that out, that video is actually still up on ClayShare. So
It
folks
sure is.
can, yeah, so folks can go watch that if you want to see some more right now of Billy. You could also go sign up for Billy's workshop, and
Totally.
and then we'll you and I'll chat about when we can get you in to do another workshop. So you're
I
working
would
on those. Go ahead.
no, I would.
You
Absolutely,
would
yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
would. You're working on those slab thrown
Big pots. Yeah,
pots.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you got anything big, like a big sale coming up? Are you working for a deadline?
So I have a couple kind of things like I'm starting to make a lot of new work for the spring. I like to launch things locally. A thing that I love doing, So my grandparents were farmers. They owned a dairy farm in Western Pennsylvania. So growing up, I knew that kind of farmer lifestyle. So in my community, like I'm a big fan of the farmers market. That's where you get all your good local stuff. So I'm one of the vendors there. My friend Ray, who makes cutting boards. Like there's so many people that are like old school artisan crafts people that are part of the farmers market, and that's a thing you can do in your community. Like that's how you can grow it in a way where so chefs come through, people that love to cook come through, and they're like, oh, I got these really good tomatoes, and I think, oh, this that would look great on this plate. Here, check it out. And we talk about it, and they take home a plate, and then you just inspired somebody's life forever.
Absolutely. I used to do the farmers market years ago and I made some great friends there. I mean,
So
I
many
loved it.
friends,
And
so
so
many
many
friends.
friends I'm still friends, people are still in my life today that,
Yeah,
always probably will be in my life, but it brings a community together, I think. And we collab sometimes, like I collabed with jewelers. I collabed with folks that make bread. I would make pieces for them. And, it's a really wonderful way as an artist to look at pieces a bit differently when you're seeing how somebody else is going to use it. So, I mean, I think that's a good thing too. So, go to your farmers markets,
go to your farmers market.
chat to everybody because everybody there is friendly. Don't be afraid. Like I
Totally.
think they just want to talk to you, and and if you're thinking of doing a farmers market, do it right.
Yeah, 100%. Farmers markets, like small shows. There's, like post COVID, there's been such an uptick of consciousness of creativity and like the value of spending time in that. And I'm all about nourishing that and promoting that for the ClayShare family, for everybody. Like creativity is such a giant thing. And, whether it's ceramics or drawing or crochet or growing vegetables, like lean into it.
That's it. Is that your thing for the year? Lean into it.
Lean into it.
Lean into it.
Whatever it is. A new great restaurant, just shout out, opened up. It's called Rosie. It's from the really great chefs and Andrew Watts and Chef Vinny from a restaurant called Cordelia. I got to work with Chef Vinny, and we created a whole series of works for Rosie. And they, like, in creating the restaurant, wanted everything to be artisan, like handmade, one of one. It's so cool. I mean, they are primo, but like y'all watching at home, look around your neighborhood. If you want to work with chefs or restaurants, step one, go in and eat. Step two, leave a good tip. Step three, make friends and say things that are, encouraging and supportive. It takes a while to find the fit. Like be mindful of fit, be great to everybody, and it will just start to kind of come together in whatever way. Put it in here, put it in here, and then put it out there.
Right. So
Yeah,
you do on your Instagram, which is at Billy Ritter 77.
absolutely.
You do a lot about mindfulness and your
Mm-hmm.
personal philosophy and making pottery.
Oh
You
yeah.
also share some videos of you doing, different tasks in the studio.
Totally.
So now you do something. Is it lunch hour every Monday? Is that when you do it? Your
So
Monday lunch
this,
hour?
I wish this was a great show that I piloted on Instagram, and you guys were on it.
We
And
were,
I
yes.
had so many great ceramic people on it, and it just isn't a fit for the Instagram platform. I think if I were to bring Pottery Lunch Hour back, I would bring it back on YouTube, and I think it would really work. I think that
I
would
think
be
so too. I can see that finding your market is a really important thing for us as creatives and potters. And if you're
yeah,
wanting to present your content, yeah, what is that? We got 1 minute. Oh, look
just
at
a
that
rock
drip from the
mug.
ash.
I know that's
Nice.
so good.
So good. All right, we
Wood
got like
fire.
30 seconds. Billy, you want to leave folks with anything before we head
I
out?
do. I do. Connect with me on Instagram. I'm really good with DMs. So if you send a message, it's great. I'll write you back. If you want to write me a heartfelt email, great. If you come to Cleveland, come visit. I'd love to see you. Today is the day. It is ClayShareCon, and it's on. I thank you all for being here. Justin, Kevin, I love you guys.
Love you, Billy.
Have a great show.
Thank you. All right. What an amazing way to start ClayShareCon with our friend Billy. He is great. So you can find him again at Billy Ritter. That's BILLYRITTER 77, the numbers. And that's on Instagram. And also his website is billyritter.com. And you can see his pottery that he makes. He has pieces for sale. You can find out how to contact him if you want to stop into his studio and visit. If you want to do a workshop with Billy, say, hey, Billy, you type a little message, do a workshop. We want to do a workshop with you. And if you want to take one, well, we got you covered. We have one already on ClayShare. If you're a premium member, you do get 20% off that. So make sure you get the code. We have codes for those. So there's a discount code. If you're a premium member, you know where to find it. If not, you can check out the really fabulous Welcome to ClayShare series of videos that I filmed that walk you through how to find everything on ClayShare, and that is in there for you. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm so excited to start ClayShareCon and having Billy as our first guest. We're going to have a little break, and then we're going to have Lori Caffrey from Asheville, North Carolina join us. She's going to do a little studio tour. Now, Lori also did a workshop last year, and she's got another one planned for this year. I'm so glad she could make time for us too, because she's got a young little one. I know that's hard to get time with them that age. So we're going to take a break. We'll see you all back here in just 15 minutes.